Troy Fisher here, real food enthusiast for Pasture Delights, and today we're going to make some whole goat milk ricotta. So what we've got here in terms of ingredients is I've got 4 quarts, a gallon of New Geiss goat milk. I've got some apple cider vinegar, and then a little later on we're going to use a little bit of butter, 2-3 tablespoons, and a little bit of baking soda. As far as utensils, I've got a pot to heat my milk up in, canning thermometer to monitor temperature, a quarter measure, or a quarter cup measure, and a colander and a slotted spoon that we'll be using a little bit later. So I'm using a real down and dirty method for this. It's really a speed method when you want to make some ricotta cheese in a hurry. This is how you're going to do it. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to heat the milk up. In this case, we're going to heat it up to about 195 degrees Fahrenheit to get it to the temperature we're going to use for the method of cheese making. To do. So I know in this case I am using some raw goat's milk because it's what I've got, but we are basically going to be pasteurizing it in the process of the cheese making we're going to make for this ricotta cheese today. So I'm just putting the 4 quarts in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on medium-high heat to get it started. Get all the goat milk in there. I'm going to go ahead and take my canning thermometer, stick it on the side here so I can monitor the temperature, and we're just going to let it go. We want to stir it periodically. I'll just go ahead and use my slotted spoon that I'm going to be using later anyway. And stir it occasionally. You don't need to stir it constantly. Just make sure you don't scald the milk on the bottom. And we'll just wait here until we get it up to about 190, 195 degrees. All right, I've got it up to about 190 degrees Fahrenheit here. And just to note, if you want to do this as a raw cheese in the future, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to culture it. So it's going to be a little more time consuming to do. You're going to have to let it culture for about a day or so. And you can do a cultured version where you don't need to use this same high heat. You can do it at much lower temperature to preserve the raw qualities of the milk. But like I said, this one we're kind of doing down and dirty quick. So I've got up to about 190 degrees. And now we're going to go to the next step. And what the next step is, we're going to use vinegar to curd up the cheese. Apple cider vinegar is what I'm using here. So we're going to use a quarter cup, approximately, of the apple cider vinegar. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to gently stir, and I'm going to slowly add the apple cider vinegar in as I stir. What this is going to do is the acidity of the vinegar is going to make curd start forming. You can see it kind of start to get chunks. You don't want to add too much vinegar to it, or it will give it a little taste. But just set it up a little bit. You can see the whey starting to separate out. Just kind of getting that yellowness to the whey. It's left over. So now what we're going to do is I've got a colander over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the colander and take it over here to the sink, and where I'm going to use my slotted spoon, and I'm just going to remove this from it and let it drain through this kind of fine mesh colander. You can also use cheesecloth or butter muslin. Just going to take it and let it drain for a little bit. I'm just going to shake it a little bit, try to make sure all the whey is out of it. Alright, I got it drained pretty good at this point in time. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to put it in the bowl that I'm going to store it in later. So now that I've got it drained pretty good, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in what I'm going to store it in later. I've just got a glass storage dish that I'm going to put it in. So I'm just going to go ahead and try not to dump it on the floor. And then what I'm going to do here at the very end is I'm going to take it, and I've got that butter. I went ahead and melted it. And I'm just going to put that 2-3 tablespoons of butter on here. I'm going to take a half of a teaspoon of baking soda. Put that in there as well. Just mix that all in together, and there you go. You got some whole goat milk ricotta, quick and easy. Just store it in your fridge, keep for about a week. So I'm just going to let this cool. After it cools, put it in the fridge. Anyway, that's all I've got for you this time. Next time, maybe we'll try some cultured cheese. Until next time, Troy Fisher, Real Food Enthusiast for Pasture Lights.